Have you ever tried to select text from a document or a web page but couldn't quite seem to get the exact selection you were after without selecting all the unwanted content around it? In this tech tip, I show you several keyboard shortcuts that allow you to select the precise text you desire down to the letter. Let's take a look together at this list of passwords. At first glance, it appears that we should be able to use the classic double-click or click and drag method to select a password from this list. However, if we do that, you'll notice that at the end of the line that there is a space. And if you were to try to take this password and to enter it into a password field, it would likely fail due to the space at the end. So there are several methods for selecting the exact text that we want. And the first is selecting text character by character. We can do that by positioning our cursor either at the beginning or the end of the line. For the purposes of this demonstration, we'll start at the end because there was a space that we want to eliminate. So using my arrows on the keyboard, I will go to the end of the password, hold down the Shift key, and then continue to press the left arrow button until all the characters that I want to select are highlighted. And then I can do whatever operation, Control-C to copy, Control-X to cut at this point. We could also start from the beginning by positioning our cursor and again holding down the Shift key, but this time using the right arrow and continuing to press it until all of the characters that I desire are selected. The next method is you could select an entire line of text. And again, we're going to position our cursor. And to select the entire line moving to the left, we hold down Shift and then Home. And then that will select all of the desired characters. We can start at the beginning and hold down Shift and then hit End, the End key. And you'll notice here that it also selected that unwanted space at the end. So to eliminate that space, we can just simply hold down the Shift key and then the left arrow to eliminate that extra space. The next method involves selecting multiple lines. And again, we begin by positioning our cursor. And I can either select character by character, or I could hold down the Shift key and hit End to go to the end of the line, and then use, while still holding Shift, using the down arrow key on my keyboard to select the lines below. And if I have a line that I want to deselect, I can just hit the up arrow key while holding down Shift. And the opposite also holds true. If I wanted to position my cursor here at the end of this password and go to the beginning of the line by holding Shift and Home, and want to select the lines above while still holding down Shift and hitting the up arrow key, this allows me to select multiple lines. The last method that we'll cover for making a precise text selection involves selecting a block of text. So selecting all the text above or all the text below the position of your cursor. So to begin, we'll start by positioning the cursor. And if we wanted to select all of the lines from the position of our cursor above, we hold down the Shift key, but we add the Control key, and then we hit Home. And that selects all the text from the position of our cursor to the very top. If we wanted to select all of the text below, we hold down Shift, add Control while holding them both down at the same time, and then tapping the End key. And this will select all of the text below the position of your cursor. Lastly, I'd like to demonstrate how this could be useful in other applications. Let's take if we're on a web page, for instance, and we're wanting to select text from a table and perhaps put it into another document, another spreadsheet. So if I were trying to select a value, you'll see here that highlighting the cell makes it so that it also highlights the adjacent cell. So what we can do instead is to just simply highlight one character and then use the same method that we've learned before of holding down the Shift key and then tapping the right arrow, which will allow us to select the exact text that we want and then perform the operation that we so desire, such as copying or pasting the selected text. This quick tech tip was provided by TechnoJudo.com. If this information was useful, please help us help more people by clicking the thumbs up icon and hitting the subscription below. You may also send your questions or how-to requests to questions@technojudo.com, and it may be featured during our next tech tip video. Thank you for watching.